So evidently the requirements for Alan Wake 2 were the PC requirements were released, and we have a problem. And I'm going to ignore the ray tracing section altogether because, as I said before, this is a waste of resources. Maybe in the PS6 generation, so 10 years after ray tracing was first tried to push out to us, maybe at that point it'll be worthwhile, but this is a waste of resources. But let's look at the rasterized performance requirements. What if I told you that this infographic, that this chart, is a lie? Or at the very least, it is misleading in plain sight. So we're going down minimum. Let's start with the minimum. Graphics presets low. Alright. Resolution 1080p. Good that 1080p is the minimum and not 720p. FPS 30. The GPU that's required is the RX 6600 or 2060. Alright, so the game will have some beef to it. These are modern cards, no problem. VRAM 6 gigs. What is this line here? This reads fake resolution. Is it fair to say that the resolution is 1080p? What exactly is the true resolution? Well, there's this nice chart here from gpuopen.com, and it outlines, I'm going to just look at FSR because I think DLSSR is pretty similar, but it outlines the quality, the balance, and the scale factor of each quality setting, quality mode. So I'm going to modify this chart to be truthful, and then we can evaluate these requirements. So the minimum, it therefore means that with an RX 6600 you can play the game at 720p and get 30 FPS. The recommended is very confusing. So with the 6600 XT at 30 FPS, you will be playing at 847p. Quality for the fake resolution has dropped from quality to balanced. Then to play the game at 60 FPS with medium settings using the 6700 XT, you will need to play, because notice that this quality mode is performance, and this means this is 540p. In 2023, you're playing a game at 540p with a 6700 XT to get 60 frames. And Ultra, oh, you thought that your big bad wicked RTX 4070 and 7800 XT can get you to play this game at 4K? Wrong again. You're playing this game at 1080p. So what this means is to play Alan Wake 2 based on what they are recommended, to play the game at 1080p, 60 FPS, you will need an RTX 4070 or RX 7800 XT. These are $600 and $500 US dollar cards. People have been, particular YouTubers have been acting as Nvidia's and AMD's marketers, selling us this lie. Because this is a lie, make no mistake. So the latest lie, or the latest form of the lie, is that this is the best form of optimization. That is what they are now saying. This is optimization, and this is a very quick way, very easy way to show that this is not the case. When DLSS and FSR were first announced, it was not marketed as optimization. It was saying that this is a way that your older cards can get more life in it, or this is where you can give more life to your older card. That is how it was marketed. It was not initially marketed as a requirement, and nobody, none of the advocates now were ever saying that this should be a requirement. You had people like myself and others who were saying that if you accept this, if you do not fight against this, then it will become the norm. Nvidia showed that they were willing to do that when the 40 series were announced, because they use DLSS in their marketing, and even then people still close the eye and say no, it's only it won't be the norm. Then more and more games came out, Remnant 2 for example, with DLSS in mind, upscale fake resolution in mind. People still said no, it won't be the norm. Look at where we are now, all the way down to performance, cutting the resolution in half. So this is a lie. So let me ask you, do you still think, if you are one of those persons who were celebrating the fake resolution, do you still think that this is a benefit, an overall net benefit to the PC gaming industry? Because what if you can just fake everything with software, eventually you'll be paying for software updates more than hardware updates in GPUs. Now, unless there is a consumer revolt, a consumer backlash similar to Bud Light and Target and so on, I don't see this changing, because the majority of the tech YouTube and those with influence are acting as cheerleaders and pushing us towards our demise.